Good morning, brothers. Welcome to A Brown Bag Gentleman. My name is Scott, and today we have a little treat. We have the 10th anniversary razor from Phoenix Artizan Accoutraments to use today. It's called the Artifact. It is a Bakelite handle with a Bakelite base plate and a metal cap that's been gold plated. Very attractive looking razor, very attractive. So yes, I'm interested in using this today, especially being an open comb model with that Bakelite. So I am intrigued with that. Yes, I talk a lot about liking a heavier razor and all that too, but I also like lighter razors, especially for travel. So I don't talk about that really a lot, but generally here in the den, yeah, I like a lot of razors with heft to them. That's my preference, but doesn't mean I shy away from anything lighter either, and like the variety as well. But the one thing I do want to tell you about that, if you saw my unboxing yesterday, you saw me show you the razor and the packaging and all that. And of course, here's the package it comes in, and it says Artifact on it. Do I have? Yeah, I got it right side up. And that packaging, let me just look at just again. Look at that packaging that came in. For the price point of that razor, it was like $60-ish. I think 59 or whatever, but basically about 60 bucks. This case is phenomenal. I want to tell you, this is probably the best case that I've received for a razor ever. Phoenix Artizan Accoutraments has stepped it up. This is phenomenal. The few razors I've received from them have generally been in cardboard boxes, like most razor companies do. A couple have been maybe like a little inexpensive little like wooden basic little box, like Charcoal Goods had a little wooden box, but nothing has come close to that. And I've spent upwards of north of $400 for a single razor, and it came in a cardboard box. So I'm just saying that is phenomenal. Keep it up, Brandon Douglas, because that is just really superb. Very excited that you've used such a great packaging for when I received that in the mail yesterday. So thank you very much. And with that, you can tell by my wet t-shirt, I've already washed my face. So we're just going to splash on a little bit of water because it's been a couple of minutes. There we go. And soap that I'm using today is what I used last week, so I'm not going to go into it. You can watch last week's video. I'm really focusing on that razor today. I want to tell you about the razor. So we're going to put on this wonderful soap. And of course, I use the Phoenix Artizan Accoutraments pre-shave cube as my face wash before I got started off camera. And I hope you're doing the same. It's very important to wash your face first. If you haven't just stepped out of the shower, wash your face first. You'll get a much better shaving experience when you wash your face first. So I've said that enough times, I think, to drive my point home. Alrighty, first pass. Oh, first pass, nothing. I got to put a razor blade in there first, so I'm unscrewing it. And I showed you that yesterday. It comes off a classic three-piece pin style. You know, very, very classic. So let me grab a blade down below. Oh, that's empty. Here we go. What I got? Just the first thing I grabbed was a Gillette Silver Blue. My favorite blade. Happened to be the first thing I grabbed. It was loose in the bottom of the drawer there. So yeah, I grabbed it. And of course, it's a 2-layer packaging on this blade. If I was to reach for one, if I prepared a little bit better, I would have grabbed a Astra Superior, the green. That's what I would have done. Because that's usually what I do for first time use of a new razor. That Bakelite, let me just show you, see, look at the color on that too. That's just very pretty. I like this. It pops with it. With those gold pins in there, it pops, it does. And of course it has a metal threads there to receive. So it's not just plastic on plastic type of thing that would wear out quick. No, this is metal on metal. So, you know, that's a little better. Okay, that's snug. Good, it's snug. Is it even? Yep, it is even. Okay, exposure. Let me show you the blade exposure. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. And blade gap, if you can see that too much. Not a lot of blade gap. A little blade exposure, not a lot of blade gap. So let's see how this does. Open combs are generally more aggressive than solid bars in general for a given like razor that has multiple options. Okay. And yes, being a lighter razor, I have to give it a little pressure, a little bit, very little. Okay, so yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that went along well. Flip it around the other side, just try both sides here. Of course, it's 2 days of growth coming off. And we'll go ahead and test it underneath the nose here. Let's see what happens. You know what I usually use for under the nose for when I have a mustache, but we're going to try this today, see how it goes. Because it looks fairly thin head, which is nice for getting under the nose. Also, open combs can get in there nice and tight usually. Oh yeah, doing nice. Alrighty. Well, that did admirably. So I'm checking for whiskers underneath here. First time use, solid 9 out of 10. First time use. And it's already a 9 out of 10 for me. So yeah, very pleased the way that gets up on tight up underneath the nose. Very pleased. So let's just put on some more leather for pass 2 here. It's going on super thick. Moisture wise, it's still holding the moisture. Could use maybe a tick more water, but not enough for me to add it at this point. So here we go, pass 2. So yes, I am giving it a little pressure. A little bit. But I'm already seeing that this is a good contender for travel duty when I'm for carry-ons. Of course, you can't bring a blade with you when you do that, but if you're going someplace you can get them, then it's not really an issue. I'm going to be traveling probably sometime this fall, just go see my kids up north, and both my sons shave with DE razors, so getting a blade is not going to be a problem. So yeah, this can certainly be a contender for that. And I haven't even gone 3 passes yet, so but right now it's solid. Mild razor, not super mild, because you know I do not like super mild razors, but a solid mild razor, heading towards that medium range, but not really there. So we'll see how after pass 3 how I'm thinking this. Mind you, this is the first shave with this razor. You're getting my preliminary thoughts on it, and of course things just get better as you use the razor and get to know it better. Okay. Of course I gotta see how much pressure can I give it. So far so good. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to put as much pressure as you would like a multi-blade that you grew up using. You don't want to do that. That's too much pressure. Okay, we'll put a little water there in a minute to do my cleanup pass. So far, so good. I am not feeling like this thing's going to reach out and bite me at all. No, it's not there. It does instill confidence. And I've got a little something right there too, and it's not like ripping it apart. Okay, let's do a little water cleanup pass. A little water there. At the aggression level this has, I would say that this would make an excellent daily driver. It's not too aggressive to, not want you to go daily. You would be afraid to go daily with it. It's taking a little pressure and not ripping me apart. There we go. So yeah, that was not bad. Okay. All right, let me pause, wash up. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I am back. Just washed off the face with a warm washcloth to get the excess soap off the face. And of course now it's time to close the pores, turning on the sink to the cold. And as always, 2 splashes of cold water to close the pores. So bear with me while I do that. Alrighty. Of course the chin whiskers add a little extra water. Alrighty. Let's see here. All right, so still underneath the nose, superb. That is, I've got very few razors that can go in tight underneath the nose as well as this did today. For DE razors, it's less than 5 that I own that can do that. This is probably top of that pile. This just works wonderfully for getting up underneath the nose. It just did such a good job. And being light and small, thin head, so I could shape like the mustache too, and not worry about being too cumbersome and misshaping the mustache. So very pleased with this Artifact razor by Phoenix Artizan Accoutraments today. First shave went very well. Smooth shave. Of course, I had a decent soap, so no, I don't feel like any kind of over aggression on the neck or anything. The alum would have pointed that out. Of course, in this with a little splash. And this is just a little basic splash. Not a good, I'm not going to hold it up to the camera because it doesn't have a good reducer on this particular one I'm using today. And it is a splash, so it's light and all that. So yeah, but focusing on that razor today, very pleased. Way more pleased than I thought it was going to be for basically a plastic razor. Plastic base plate, plastic handle, metal head. So it does give it some weight. How is the balance on that? No, okay, yeah, it's definitely head heavy, but not as much as you would think it would be. Yeah, really not. So I am way more pleased with this than I was, I guess, my preconceived expectations. So yes, very much enjoyed this razor. And yes, and I think you would too. So if you're interested, guys, go take a look. Hope that helped. Go with God.